Shit, it's in the she ruckus.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to be watching a TV show, and that TV show is the Vampire Diaries. If you've been following along with us, you know that we are on episode 13, The Children of the Damned. Guys, we have got merch. We have got all kinds of stuff, and please check out the back catalog. Myself and Blackout AD will be watching the episode. This is the YouTube version, so it is an edited version, but you can watch along with us if you are on our Patreon or a channel member. So if you want to watch the full-length version of that, join us on those, and you'll be able to watch everything with us, along with all the commentary, all the fun, all the humor. But let's not waste any more time. Let me get my co-host extraordinaire, Blackout AD, and let's watch that episode again. Episode 13, Children of the Damned, Vampire Diaries. Here we go. All right.
Back in the old days.
Back in the old days. I think I was born back then.
Oh,
Safe.
Oh, that's
I didn't hear that.
right. All right, it's like, what the hell is that? I thought that was like Jordan Peele.
And that's how it's done.
Oh shit, she's teaching them.
What happens to the bodies?
We'll take them into the woods and the other.
That's Damon. He's ready for anything.
Kiss me. You should get a taste. Don't be.
I jump right in there.
Soon you
I
won't
jump
be
right in
cute
there.
enough.
See, Vampire Catherine, I like. It's the wishy-washy regular Elena that I know it's the same
Good
person.
morning.
Man, they're
I can get
technically
used
not.
to this.
Yeah.
Rise and shine, sleepyheads.
Damon, please.
This dude. Oh, that's the girl, right?
Again, Anna,
Oh,
soccer chick and foosball champion.
And Damon gets Catherine back.
I think that no matter what Damon promises, a lot of people will die.
that's right. We got Saltzman.
I met Barnett and Giuseppe this evening. I saw the skepticism in their eyes when I showed them the compass.
And we're supposed to believe that can track one of them.
Fucking
What is it,
reading.
magic?
It's science.
Oh
I believe
shit.
when I see it.
Excuse me, Father. I didn't know you had guests.
We'll be done in
Oh,
a few.
Mortal Kombat.
Have you told them?
Not yet.
Giuseppe, we need all the men we can get.
I'll tell them. You can count on both my boys.
I think he was in the movie Warriors too.
Giuseppe.
So this girl, she's over 100 something years old. Don't they get like a Kinko's? Why is he making copies at school? Why are they talking about him like he's not standing right there?
I never asked for your respect.
Good for you, Damon. Because all I have is disappointment.
Don't talk to
shit.
him like that, Raiden.
You said the town is in trouble?
There's been too many deaths. It is
He did a
time
good job
for us
making
to
him
fight
look
back.
small.
Stop these killers.
Like me.
Killers? What are you talking about?
We live amongst demons.
You're being cryptic now, Father.
My father never approved of any.
For you.
I just want to find out what happened to my wife.
Damon can never know why you're
Ah.
here. He'll kill you without blinking.
I can take care of myself.
No, you can't. I can help you. If you let me.
I think I know. I think, well, before I say big brain energy, I should keep my mouth shut.
I'm losing over here. Again.
Not if we talk to him. Explained how we feel. He could help us keep her safe.
Oh,
Father
man.
would drive a stake in her himself.
That's not true. We can trust
No,
him.
not with this.
No,
Please
no,
promise me you won't tell him, Stefan.
Don't tell him, Stefan.
don't trust Dad. So this is a bad question,
What?
and we might have to cut it anyway. But if the dad got with Catherine,
There was
and
a time
all
when I
of them
trusted
got
him more
with
than
Catherine,
anyone.
isn't that like a
Trust
term?
breeds trust.
But
Are you
the dad
lecturing
didn't
me?
get with Catherine.
I'm
Do you
just
mean
saying.
Not
Be
that
like
weird
him?
of a show, dude.
I'm
just want
just
her back.
saying. I'm just asking the
Maybe you can
question.
understand that.
That all the people that are watching want
I
to
can
know.
understand.
Maybe because I just want to know.
Then you understand.
Said you.
He knows.
Mrs. Bell is approaching. Thank you, Annabelle.
Annabelle. That's a creepy ass name. He said, I know that face.
Stefan, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Did I interrupt your writing?
These are the dull musings of my troubled mind.
Great mind.
Still,
Spell
I will
book.
carry the real secrets with me,
To your grave.
and a full grave it will be.
Taking all my shit with me when I die.
Those who bring shame to their families will be destroyed as well.
Kind of dark, dude.
Yeah. Basically, you too.
I know where it is.
Gotta dig up my dad.
Oh,
Oh, it's CW.
What?
Vervain.
What?
Okay.
it's kind of an interesting episode.
It is a very interesting
It's
episode.
very lore filled.
Yes.
Like not much has really happened.
Mm-mm.
They're definitely giving a lot of info. Smell like chip pops.
What up, Pops? I miss you, bro.
Mhm.
I'm still disappointed. I heard him say it.
Well, what do you know? This is an interesting turn of events.
Jesus.
I'll let you bring her back. I'm sorry.
So am I. For thinking for even a second I could trust you.
Don't
You're
cry.
not capable of trust. The fact that you're here means that you read the journal and you were planning on doing this yourself.
Of course I was going to do it by myself, because the only one I can count on is me. You made sure of that many years ago, Stefan.
Mm.
But you had me fooled.
Oh, it really hurt him.
Yeah.
Until she is standing next to me.
The problem is I no longer trust that you'll give it back.
You just did the one thing.
I do like the transitions, man. The way they're switching
Yeah.
back and forth.
It'll be all right. You're gonna see her again. I already know how to protect them. I'm gonna protect them.
Oh, so that's why she wants the tomb open. Pearl's down there. Okay.
Elena!
You didn't hear that shit?
Yeah.
Oh. So I if I may start, episode was not as exciting as the other episodes, but the story unfolds. It was very interesting just to learn more about the characters, the dad now, the Pearl,
Pearl, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
We also get to see the unfolding of like what happened back then.
yeah.
Kind of.
Well, what's funny is I thought it was a bigger to do, like rounding up the vampires. I thought it would be like a big, massive scene, but they still kept it intimate, which is just a couple of guys rounding up one or two vampires, and it doesn't take away from it. Like that's the
Well,
cool part.
also-
This is
I like that they showed like the connections, obviously the brothers and Catherine and them trying to Stefan trying to sympathize, as the dad would say, but also Jonathan Gilbert and Pearl is an interesting dynamic, and how quick he was kind of like, because they never had that intimate moment yet, you know. And I think
Right.
it's kind of like telling in like some of the dialogue where she's like, "Oh, she's saving herself for Gilbert," you know. And she's like, "I'm beyond saving," which, you know, how it turns out he rats on her immediately, doesn't even like consider it. I think it might have been different if maybe they had like a relationship like the other two and Catherine. But yeah, I mean, I don't think, how you say, I don't really think it lacked, even though it wasn't exciting. I don't think the episode lacked at all. I think it was actually a very strong episode because it gives you a lot of, again, it's putting the pieces together, and we compliment every week, but the
Mhm.
story is fucking good, man. And I think this is a necessary episode. I think maybe next episode, now that Damon has the actual grimoire, and then, you know, obviously Elena getting taken towards the end, I think we'll make next week will be probably more of action packed, quote unquote, episode. But I did like the change of pace because, again, it gives you more of the backstory, it gives you more of the lore of like even how the vampires even learn from it. You know, like they were hidden over there. You know, they were hidden, but now vampires these days are even more hidden and even more untrustworthy of people, because it's like they're already seeing people turn on them, and it'll
Yeah.
happen again. You know, it's kind of a interesting. It's almost like history repeating itself. I mean, obviously it's the reverse. They're trying to get the people out, or the vampires out of the tomb, and this seems to be how they got in the tomb. They haven't really specifically said that, but that's kind of what the vibe is like right now. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, I think what I know about the story from the other episodes is like the vampires would come and go. Like there would be moments where either rashes of vampires would either make themselves known or would come out of the shadows, but for the most part they've been pretty dormant in terms of activity, or at least hid themselves pretty well. But
Yeah,
the comet is the one like, you know, event that brought them all out. And so it's a very great way to just loop everything back together. Now the characters are all starting to have one linear story, which makes sense. um there's obviously one line of story, but all of them touch the line, right? All of them come into the story, and that's the part that it just keeps making me just love the show, is that just when you think something is new, or not a throwaway, but just like, oh well, that might not, you know, there's just this link, and it
yeah.
has history.
This show is very, in terms of like the writing, it's very elite at that. Like
Yeah.
using little throwaway lines to like come back, or even like moments where it's like, I mean, the Anna thing, right? Like Stefan didn't even have to see, you know, like he thought about it right away, but he
Hmm.
remembers the moment. You know, obviously these are probably especially with the flashbacks, these are probably what they're thinking of in these moments. Same thing with Damon seeing her at the pool hall. You know, like, oh shit, that's her. Like now it's
Yeah.
kind of a little bit more evident. Like, all right. And even in the flashbacks, you didn't see her talk to Damon at all. It's more of like they just knew of each other through passing, kind of. But
Yeah.
again, little things that tie in back, or you know, I mean, obviously, last episode we didn't know Anna was old as hell. We just thought she was kind of like maybe a newer vampire, you know. But
Yeah.
it kind of seems like from this point of view, she's running the show. But it does. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I know, but it does feel. They say like there's more to her than anything. That's what it feels like from the writings. And obviously, her kidnapping Elena, which means, well, you got to think. What's the bartender took Bonnie,
Right.
and
Right.
again another line where she tells him how, you know, I would die for Elena type thing, and you could tell right then in his head he's like, all right, I'll use that for later. So obviously that ties in. Um, I don't know. Obviously, Damon getting the grimoire now.
Hmm.
What his plan is, if he's gonna involve Anna and, you know, her trying to help her, or not. I mean, he made it very clear he works alone, and obviously Stefan, yeah, Stefan and Elena kind of stabbing him in the back. Probably gonna stick more to that, but with Elena being in trouble, does he? I thought that was an interesting moment because obviously they
Yeah.
play with the aspect of the brothers both messing with Catherine, but now obviously Elena and Stefan are the item. And though there's no sexual attention from Elena to Damon, there's definitely the reverse. And even the comment early in the episode is like, if I haven't seen something, or if I see something I haven't seen before, I'll throw $1 at it. Because realistically, Elena does look like Catherine, probably has very similar features. So it's like there's still that's the woman he loves. So like imagine seeing the woman you love every day, like your wife, but
Right.
it not being hers. It's a completely different person. That would probably be hard just in general. So there's like that weird like tension from his point of view, but there's also like he kind of cares for Elena as a person as well. I mean, even when he makes the statement like, but from you could tell, and great acting by the way, but you could just tell
it
like
was.
there's a lot of pain there. Like fuck, like I thought you were actually being genuine with me. Like I thought that was a real moment. You turned your back on me. Obviously, I know my brother, me and him never see eye to eye. So
Yeah, there's and that's what I'm saying. I think I said I'm starting not to like Stefan a little bit because there's a loyalty that Damon has that he doesn't have it anymore, or like it's not expressed anymore, but there's a loyalty to what he believes that he follows. Like so he knew that he couldn't tell his dad about Catherine, and he knew that what would happen. And
I mean, to be
Stefan sort
fair,
of
Stefan didn't tell.
no, but
The
he
dad
was
drugged
hinting.
him.
No, but see, the thing is, Stefan was kind of playing the angle to try to see if his dad would be somewhat sympathetic, right? Or he would just kind of like you kind of float the idea just to see what somebody would say or react, and he fucked it up. His dad figured it out. It was like, wait, no, and so his dad like reversed it, but it is his fault. And then again, Damon's is gonna blame him for what happened. So that's
And
the
it's
beginning
clear
of the
that
thing.
Stefan knows about her and Damon, but it doesn't seem clear that Damon knows about her and Stefan. Because remember early, well, it was like episode 2 or 3, but when they first
Mhm.
introduced Catherine, and he was like, "Oh, it seems like she wants you. She wants you to go after her." So like it seems like he knows that she's playing. Like he's the other guy in the scenario.
Yeah,
And I think that ties more into because, or at least that's what I'm getting from like this episode itself. That maybe Damon didn't know like Stefan did about the other one. So
yeah,
it probably like in the future because again he could have easily said like, bro, she bit me, and the Vervain dad tricked me, but he didn't really say anything. He kind of just let it be what it was. So I wonder if that plays in down the road. But I'm also interested, like when you're talking about the one storyline. I don't remember how this season ends, but now like how it's playing out. I wonder if it ends where they just open the tomb and maybe next season starts with the aftermath of the tomb being open, or I mean, there's so many episodes too because I'm trying to see the pacing of it. Because again, pacing is really good, but like I mean, a season of a series dies by how it begins and also dies by how it ends, and it's like the pacing seems good right now, but if they rush to get the tomb open and then like I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but again, this episode was definitely interesting. It was definitely slower, but to me, just as good as any other episode because there was a lot of. I like the past a lot, the past
yeah,
perspective.
yeah. Getting to know why certain characters are the way they are and who they are and what their history is the fun part of this show because you don't know much about some of them, and then you find out, and it's very deep, the past. I'll say end on two things, right? Obviously, um the introductions of the characters in the past is the greatest part of this show. And so but one of the things that they do really well is use the characters and the actors in the right moments, right? Like you've got an ensemble cast, but a lot of them weren't in this episode. which I love. I love that they do that. Like they don't just like cram all of them in your face and go, we're gonna put the blonde girl, we're gonna put this girl, we're gonna have them all appear, right? It's like when they're needed, they show up, right? And when they're not, they're hey, you're off in this episode, enjoy your time off. Which I love. I love the fact that they focus on the characters, and you don't have to like worry about what's going on with so and so. They'll come back and they'll have their own moments, right? And I think I like that part. The other thing I was saying is I think I know, and I'll reserve my judgment on the whole baby thing, because it adds up. Saltzman seeing Damon and scaring him, or and then I think the Saltzman's wife being pregnant at the time with Damon biting her and causing the baby thing. I think that might be the whole thing.
What thing are you talking about?
Well, Saltzman's wife was pregnant. That's Gilbert. That's how you end up with Elena showing up randomly and being adopted. I think that's my theory, but we'll see. We'll see if it pans out. I didn't say it in the episode because I didn't want to get called out.
No, but I don't think the timing makes sense. Think about it. Saltzman and his wife were probably married she probably disappeared within the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Like Saltzman's a human, so he wouldn't age. You know.
Yeah. Well, good thing I didn't call it big brain energy. It was just a theory. It's just a theory. Yeah. All right. Well, I can't wait to watch episode 14. I don't even know what episode 14 is, but I can't wait to get to it. So, yeah, I almost ate the microphone. I literally hit the microphone with my mouth and my teeth. That's embarrassing. That's a good way to end the episode. So I can't wait to get to episode 14. I want to say thank you to everybody who watches these episodes. Thank you for everyone who does the watch alongs. Thank you for guys liking and subscribing. We definitely appreciate the support. Close us out, AD.
Like, comment, subscribe. We out of this bitch. Later.
Peace.
No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
First off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow.